Hi, it's Luce, part 16 of 30. Now, back down to earth after yesterday's revelation. How do you grow your business? What does growth even look like? I mean, let's start with that because it can take many different forms. Now, traditionally, growth and what I was used to in a corporate job was growth was about trading. It was about sales. It was a percentage week on week, year on year. It was about money and growing financially is important. If you've watched part 2 of my video, I talk about how much money do you need to start a business. I'd set my number. I knew the minimum of what I needed. And so I was hitting that number over the period of time working out my notice and being part-time, this sort of transitional period. I was hitting that target. I talked in part 10 about how and where I went to find customers. I explored PR, I explored direct selling, I continued to do those things, and it built brand awareness, it grew my customer base, it grew to hit that number, so kind of took the pressure off. My reason for doing this was more than just growing in the traditional manner. I said before I was looking for a more inspiring, fulfilling and joyful life. So once I hit my number, anything over and above was kind of a bonus. That wasn't my priority. Now, let me give you some context for the time I decided to start my business. It was September 2019 when I cut apron strings from my job and started entirely on my own. So I'm going out, I'm doing PR, I'm direct selling. I looked back at videos that I'd recorded years ago when, in this moment of just momentum, energy. And I talk about waking up sometimes and feeling like a superhero. I was on fire, just excited every day. And just on that, I watched some videos and people will talk about, grafting and grinding, get the work done. Sounds like really hard work. When you do the thing that you love, it doesn't feel like a chore. It's exciting. Yeah, I woke up feeling like I could take on the world, which was great until March 2020. So only 6 months since starting out on my own, self-employed, we went into lockdown. And so whatever trading plan, whatever growth plan I might have had, literally stopped dead. No parties, no going out, so no cakes. Wow, that was, I've literally gone from here to, okay. So I sat down with Rich and we redid the number. Let's just get a sensible head on for a sec. And I was like, what am I going to do? Back to purpose. If you watched video 1, where I'm talking about the idea and why I wanted to do it, sharing joy through cake, I still feel a sense of service to the community. And so sharing joy through cake, what other forms might that take? And, clues in the name, Bake with Luce. I did some live baking sessions on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. One of my friends, and I was hearing from all sorts of friends with their kids that it was hard at that time. Homeschooling, trying to work from home, I was carnage. And I saw one particular photo of my friend's living room and it was it was bananas. I was like, what can I do to help here? Okay, Bake with Luce Live. We did Thursday mornings for a kids version, and then Friday nights was the new Saturday night out. We'd do an adult version. I'm not sure that anyone actually baked. Most of the time they were set drinking wine and eating chocolate, but regardless, one little boy actually now comes up to me and he's like, I made cheese biscuits with you. Even now, he remembers that. Parents would send me photos of what their kids had baked. One little boy in particular found a passion for baking that he didn't know that he had. So this sharing joy through cake, that purpose, I was able to pivot. And so, yes, I was still growing brand awareness. I was growing my name within the community, my reputation, if you like. it wasn't generating income, but that wasn't my priority at the time. I did try some merchandise, and if nothing else, I did break even, but I got some aprons printed with I Baked with Luce. And so people that had done these sessions, and we've repeated this again in Jan 21, I Baked with Luce aprons, they have a little memento of, you know, that crazy time that we all went through. And so, you know, get through the summer, things are going well, I'm, you know, back on form, I'm making cakes again, great. And I remember swimming with one of my dear friends. She has her own business. She supports female entrepreneurs, empowers them to grow their business, very much based on purpose. Anyway, we're swimming and she said to me, you know, what about Growth Luce? Where do you see this going? And I'm like, oh, honestly, I'm just content at the moment. Everything's going well. I had a little moment. I was, you know, swimming along. I was making cakes. I was, you know, life was good. I was content. But that's not growing. Let's just look at the other side of growth for a minute. It's not always an upward trajectory. I can't even speak. Upward trajectory. You can grow sideways as well. And if you've been watching my other videos, certainly the latter half so far talks very much around the things that I've learned around personal growth. Starting the business actually was seemingly the easy bit. It was the personal stuff that kind of was unexpected, floored me a bit, because when you're on your own, you have no one else to turn to. I've said, you know, I need to know what makes me tick. If you've watched yesterday's around creativity, this whole journey and the universe, that's been transformational for me. So in that respect, yes, growth. And so look, back end of last year, I took some time out. We had a personal loss in the family, so I wasn't making cakes. I took time out for grieving and to just take a step back. You know, when I talk about getting into a great place to make these cakes that come from a place of joy, when you're in that place of grief, there was no energy that I could be producing the center of the universe moment. So I didn't. I went on an adventure with my husband. We moved house. And so really this summer, I've been back making cakes. I've had to dig a bit deeper to find that sparkle again. So it comes then to, what does growth look like for me now? And I've been pondering on this, because that feeling of contentment actually wasn't, it was short-lived. What I concluded, and this was off the back of a podcast this week, was the pursuit of something was the real, that was, you know, that growing, that business growth, the pursuit of that was the buzz. So I don't know, having come from this place of contentment, what growth actually looks like for me now. I'm exploring with these videos. You know, I'm looking for new premises for Baked with Luce so I can get back into caking, the thing fundamentally that I love. But what else is out there for me? I don't know at the moment. These videos have been a very cathartic exercise for me, and hopefully useful to you. So yeah, I'm exploring that. I don't know really yet where it will go, but I continue to grow. I'm continue to be curious. So yeah, what does growth look like to you? It's not just a trading plan and sales figures. It's, for me, it's evolved into more than that. So yeah, I don't really have the answers today. Sometimes I don't even know the question, but you often don't need that either. So stay curious, my loves. Speak soon.